map is, of course, Whirlwind, like where we were mentioning earlier. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position, the red Terran from KT Rollster. He made it through his WCS group. His name is Flash.
His opponent spawning as a yellow Zerg on the left bottom side of the map. His name is Rare, playing for CJ Entus.
And what a rare occasion it is to see him play, because we have not seen him a lot. In fact, only once so far before this match in Pro League.
Now, before we actually talk about the game, I want to point out something about Flash. Do you know why this guy is so scary? It's because, you know, even if he plays well, he never underestimates any player out there.
Yeah.
If he's playing against someone like Jaedong or even Rare, he prepares the same amount.
Yeah, so, you know, you're not going to see him get overconfident or cocky in his play at all. He's always going to play, you know, pretty much to the best of his ability. And we're going to probably see a command center first from him, because that's kind of his staple go-to build nowadays. He's not... Basically, it's gotten to the point where he doesn't even care if people expect him to open up that way. He's going to do it anyway.
And Rare, he probably knows what Flash prepared today, so let's see how he actually plays it out. Is he going to play super greedy, or is he going to hit a timing before the third command center, or is he going to play standard?
That's the questions that we don't have the answers to quite yet, but they will be revealed to us in time. There we go, there's that fast expansion from Flash, but Rare at the same time, he's probably done a fair amount of study on Flash, so, you know, not surprising to see him go for such a fast hatchery against such an economical and greedy player.
Yeah, and even getting the gas before pull for himself. Now, he does see the 15 command center, and yes, he gets the pull right after.
Yeah, I would not be surprised, actually, if we saw another fast expansion from our CJ player.
I was possibly thinking about third hatchery before pull.
Yeah, that
because the map is so large. He confirmed that his opponent went for the 15 hatch, but I guess he's a little bit afraid of possible Reaper harassment right after the 15 CC, so he went for the spawning pull first.
Yep. We do see a refinery finishing up here. Barracks on the way as well. Looks like we may see that Reaper like you're talking about. And you know what? This is a big map. Why not? You know, why not?
Just open up Reapers, go into factory, go into starport, start stacking up on the count, on the Widow Mine count, and then transition into bio slowly. And now you have good amount of Widow Mines, you have good number of bio forces, and you know, Flash, he could just move around the map completely and dominate his opponent.
Double Queen on the way for Rare, also getting that Zergling speed, so he's going to make sure that he's prepared against any type of annoying early game harass. That'll also help out a lot against the Reaper, especially if it's trying to chase down Zerglings or any units on that creep.
And, like Flash is getting a factory right after the barracks, so he's just going to try to play his standard TvZ. I would expect him to get a third command center pretty soon, but he might even throw us off guard by not going for the third command center and actually going for a timing attack before the third command center.
Yep, opting to not go for that Reaper, just trying to tech up much faster. Perfectly all right to do in this situation. We'll probably see some Hellions after this, to be honest. The Hellions are very common in this matchup as a follow-up to a fast expansion, or even when you go for like a barracks expansion. They're good for the map control, and yeah, why not?
So another barracks going down, so getting up to 3 barracks. He's going to play the standard bio and to get some Hellions out, get some Widow Mines out style. And what's funny about Flash's scouting pattern is that, you know, he didn't really try to sacrifice the SCV to try to get inside the main base to see what his opponent was doing. In fact, he just wanted to see where his opponent was. He doesn't care what he does because, you know, I'm gonna play my style, and it doesn't matter what you do, because even if you go for the early cheese, I'm gonna defend against it no matter what.
Excellent decision to go for that additional hatchery from Rare here. I gotta hand it to him. Oh,
Ooh.
Actually, this is a big deal. Rare getting a bit lucky here, letting a Zergling into Flash, letting a Zergling into his main base. It looks like him and Barracks are repeating the same mistakes.
What's up with
games.
KT Terrans today? I mean,
I don't know, man. But they just love inviting people over to have some fun in their main base.
well, we have, after not seeing the third command center, I guess he decides to put down a Roach Warren, and with the bunker placement, I think that might be a great decision if Flash does not scout it in time.
Yeah, he will be able to apply some pressure here with that Roach Warren, and the drone count is still pretty high right now. It is 41, but if he commits to these roaches and doesn't do a lot of damage, then he will be significantly behind Flash.
Well, let's see what he actually decides to do. The Roach Run is actually in a location where it's easy to get spotted, so we have 5 Roaches out on the field. Flash does scout the third base, but what is he going to do with the Hellions? Is he going to try to go inside the main base with the Hellions, or is he just going to move around the map and see where his opponent's overloads are, or where the units are?
Oh, so we have multiple Roaches on the way, 2 Evo Chambers going down as well. The real question is, will Flash be able to identify what's coming to him in time, and will he be able to deal with this push, essentially, from Rare?
Well, since we are already 8 minutes into the game, Flash is now slowly going to build a wall at the natural. What's really interesting about this game is that Flash actually did not get a third command center for himself. You know, something that's a little uncharacteristic of him, but also because, you know, it's expected from their Zerg opponent.
Yeah, and the Roaches have been revealed now, those Hellions spotting them, and this is going to be very easy for Flash to deal with him. He's already getting a Marauder. His stim is going to be done by the time the Roaches may hit this base, and there's a lot of Zerglings in production here. Baneling Nest on the way, so it looks like Rare is going to try to go for some type of big push here, but look at how prepared Flash is. He does not give a hoot.
Well, if he actually decides to go for, you know, going for the bus might be a great choice here because, you know, you could finish off your opponent really early. But since he only made up to 5 Roaches, he does have 5 more Roaches coming out on the way for the Hellions, but since he didn't commit so much, seems like he wanted to scare his opponent, keep him inside the main base while going for the Spire tech, going for the Baneling tech, and trying to play the mid-game.
All right, now that drop was spotted, so these Zerglings should be able to defend against it quite easily here. Flash going for that 3rd CC now. He did eventually get it, but still a little bit later on into the game. Still not seeing any drone production from our Zerg player. I guess he is pretty confident on his drone count right now, and you know, he is up to 70 or 97 supply right now.
This looks really scary because now the Spire is out on the way, but we don't see the vision for our Zerg player. Rare from CJ Entis, and the problem is once the Widowmines start planting around, he needs the Overseer. Where are the Overseers that he needs right now?
That is the real question right now. He should be expecting maybe some type of Widowmine play, and now Flash getting ready to attack the 3rd base here. We do have Widowmines, also a drop at the natural. Uh-oh. It looks like our Zerg player Rare is going to have a little bit of trouble defending against both of these attacks at once. The natural, the drones have been pulled off, and so far, you know, we're not seeing any critical damage, but Flash did kill off a few drones there.
What's amazing? Nice bailing connections. Flash actually not paying attention until the last second. And you know what's so amazing about Rare's play right now? He actually didn't detonate on any single Widowmine so far at the 3rd base, while also defending against the drop at the natural.
Yep, so this drop is going to eventually get out here, but where that drop leaves 2 more come in, and actually he's going to come back and join that. Will that Queen get that medevac? That's the real question. We do have Zerglings streaming in here. Drones coming off of that mineral line at the main. Widowmine going down as well. And the liftoff does commence, but those 2 Widowmines are going to be annoying for Rare to deal with. And Flash, I feel like he's about to go into full-on harassment mode.
Yeah, that's something that that's actually something that Flash is amazing at, and Rare needs to be careful. He saw the Widowmine getting some of the drones. He needs to get the Overseer inside the main base. In fact, he doesn't notice it, and it's gonna get a 2nd shot. More than 3 drone kills. How many kills is it gonna get this time around?
Getting 2 there, and that one actually just going into the extractor. Maybe he's going some drones inside there or something, but that shot did not go so well for Flash. But you know what? The biggest issue is that I don't think our Zerg player has even realized that Widowmines are in the main base right now, and until he deals with those, you know, they're just going to chip away at this economy. And actually, there we go. There are 2 Roaches there, but okay, the drone's being pulled away now. He has the timings right, but he may still lose a drone or 2. Actually, losing 2 there to those Widowmines.
Now the Mutas are out on the way, and Rare are going to try to harass around the map. That's only 4 Marines against the Mutas, but Rare doesn't know how many Marines Flash has in that area, so he's going to pull out for now.
Yep, obviously those Marines are fearless. 2-2 on the way now for Flash. We're not seeing 2-2 quite yet. for our Zerg player, but we should see that momentarily. He does have +1 attack almost finished, but right now the Terran player is ahead in supply. We have some Roaches out in the middle. Actually, this is not a good position for those Roaches. They're going to get obliterated by these stimmed Marines and Marauders.
You know, I'm still questioning why he made extra Roaches after the first initial 5. Maybe he thought that he couldn't defend against the initial timing push and up to 10 was okay, but over-making them after that is not a great decision because the bio just deals huge damage against the Roaches, and you need to get the Zerglings out, you need to get the Banelings out, you need the Mutas around the map against the bio and possible medevac harassment.
All right, Flash opting the move back and not control the center at this point. He may try the swing around, and he is getting another command center as well, completing the wall off at his third base, and still very far ahead in supply now. It's 177 to 134 for the Terran player.
The problem with Rare is that he actually did not make enough Overlord, so he's supply cap right now. He was up to 1,000 minerals and he couldn't spend those on the units. That's the reason why he is so behind when it comes to the supply. I want to commend Rare on actually surviving against those multiple drops earlier in the game, but the problem is because of the supply block, because he's not getting a fourth base up in time, he's slowly falling behind his opponent, Flash, and now look at the SCV count, 70 to 64 drones.
All right, we may have a bit of an engagement here. The Bioforce is doing its best to kite and kill off a few units here and there, but that will not fully commit because of those Banelings. And Flash wrapping around. Will he go for an attack right now? He's almost maxed out, getting very close there. I think he may be waiting for that precious 2-2 before attacking into his opponent.
Oh yeah, 2-2 matters a lot for Terran Bio. Also, he needs to get the Widow Mines into position because some of these Zerg players started figuring out how to deal against the Widow Mines. But against Flash, he puts the Widow Mines in such perfect positions that even if the Zerg player accounts for them, you know, they suicide some units into the Widow Mines.
All right, we also have a double prawn drop going to the main base, but look at this. Nice defense here. Very impressive, actually, from Rare here. And also at the same time, we have an engagement going on here, but a lot of units are killed. However, the Zerg player looks like he does not get the better trade there. He still was able to take out that main, the drop there, and the supplies still heavily in Flash's favor. Nice mine connection there, killing off 8 Zerglings.
What's funny about all these engagements is that Rare is, when he sees a Widow Mine, he sees it at the last second and he tries to react. Sometimes the Zerglings survive, sometimes they don't. But look at this, the harassment at the natural. The Marines are there in time and drive the Mutas away. But Flash was in trouble for a few seconds, but he doesn't have any Widow Mines here.
Lack of Widow Mines is going to hurt. The Banelings
connect.
My
God!
Doing a lot of great damage here, but even more excellent splits from Flash. At the same time, his bio survives. He's going to go in full force to attack that fourth base here. Where are the Mutas? They need to attack and defend this fourth base. Otherwise, Flash is going to pull ahead in the economy war. And yes, that hatchery does manage to go down despite a solid engagement from Rare.
But the problem is, will the medevacs go back home alive? If he can pick up the medevacs, that's going to be a great trade for Rare at this point. The medevacs are trying to run back home, and none of the medevacs actually get taken out, with the reinforcement arriving for Flash.
Flash securing his fourth base at this point, and now that medevac count is up to 16. That is actually just like ridiculously scary if you think about it. Flash is now maxed out, and he needs to like start actually trading a few of these medevacs, I feel, for units and even SCVs, because you know he's up to 70 SCVs right now. He has 47 Marines, 6 Marauders, up to 52 Marines now, but that is still a ridiculous medevac count. I would love to see more drop play from Flash at this point.
But what's fantastic about Rare throughout this whole game is that he's been able to survive against all of these drops around the map. He's been able to engage Flash's army when the Widow Mines are not planted. He's on top of his game today, ladies and gentlemen. And if this was another Terran player who's not in the same level as Flash, he could have actually won the game by now.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Rare would have done a lot better and maybe even been on the offensive against a different Terran that wasn't Flash. But of course, this is Flash we're talking about. He's kind of one of the best players in the world. And not the best connection there, or sorry, not the best decision there for Rare. He's moving into the third base though, going for a big counter attack, and all of the SCVs have a huge surround on that bunker there, but he's going to need to take out those SCVs before he can take out anything else. And now the Widow Mines have come up here. Essentially, it looks like Rare is trapped. He has to get out of there, losing a lot of Zerglings, but the Mutas do survive.
Yes, the key point is making sure the Mutas are alive and making sure the Banelings do not sacrifice into the main base. And look at this, even going for the Planetary Fortress at the fort base.
Yes, but Flash is very quick in reacting here, sending a lot of his bio there, and interestingly enough, at the same time, Flash has a lot of bio in his main base here. It looks like he's very afraid of those Mutas.
Either afraid of the Mutas or Miss Rally, one of those two. But look at this, trying to get rid of the Widow Mines. He sees the last one, and look, I mean, even if he's losing the Zerglings, I really want to commend on how he reacts, really.
Yeah, all right, so Flash moving out here across the map. The Widow Mines, they need the Burrow right now. They're getting surrounded by the Zerglings, and there's huge medevac count. Nice fungal on the medevac, and to take out 2 of those, actually, so not bad at all there. But it looks like Rare, he needs to be very careful. He has to buy time for his 3-3 because Flash, his 3 is completed, also doing a Muta Harass. Nice fungal going down. Those Marines are going to be toast here.
But the fort base is under fire right now with the bio forces at the fort base, so Rare, he cannot save the fort base. In fact, it does get taken out. Flash does scout the left top position, and that's going to get taken out also. However, Rare is doing a really nice job denying Flash's fort base right now, so Rare trying to keep Flash on his toes throughout this whole game.
Flash still in a bit of a lead here, though. If you look at the supplies, our Zerg player actually has a lot of money banked up. I think maybe he's waiting for the some Ultralisk or something here because he just started his den.
He had the high buff for a long time, but he just didn't get it out. And nice mind connection on the Zerglings, but is that going to be enough for Flash with these few units? Well, he does have the reinforcements from the bottom, and that is going to be enough.
Flash also, nice fungals there, but before that, there was some really good fungal dodging from Flash. More fungals going down. Banelings connecting, but the problem is, look at that medevac count. It's simply turning this fungal into nothing but a nuisance. Flash now moving into the main base of Rare, and the Ultralisk Cavern, it's not done yet, and now there's units at the 3rd. They're going to get cut off. This 3rd hatchery will go down.
And look at this, and the Mutas are trying to go back, but no, the Widow Mines are taking out one by one. Only one Muta with 5 HP is left out on the field. Seems like Flash, he's got another solid victory under his belt, and now it's going to snap his 4-game losing streak in Pro League.
Mass scans going down. That's going to be it. GG. Flash taking a win over Rare, but
nice head bump.
I have to say that, you know what, Rare actually played pretty good that game. He made a few mistakes. There were some Widow Mine connections that definitely were not ideal for him, but overall, I have to say that you know, his level of play was still pretty decent.
The biggest problem is that he was never able to keep up with